Rise and Learn started on the 8th floor of Jubilee Insurance House. So at the time, I was working for Jubilee Insurance as their group of head of HR, and I had started an initiative that involved training employees. It was really out of passion. I wanted to do something extra, and I wanted to add value to my colleagues, and my CEO then was very gracious to give me the floor, the auditorium, to use for that purpose. So it started, we used to run these sessions in the morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So it was outside of working hours. And actually the inspiration came from John Maxwell, because what I was teaching during those mornings was the leadership laws from John Maxwell books. The 21 laws of leadership, to be specific, is where I started. I was just doing something that I loved. I was adding value to my fellow colleagues, and in fact in the process we had other managers come and join me in these leadership conversations and training.
I was lucky to be at the beginning when if you'll allow me to call the leader the promoter of the idea. And one of the things that I put to her was that, she's Emily, I put to Emily that you need now to test your knowledge and your human relations attributes to the wider world. Because where you are right now, in the private sector, there are very clear rules you are put within, let me call it a straight jacket, and you have a very straightforward world to live in. But moving out, it will also allow you to experiment, but most importantly to engage with the wider world, which will grow you as a person, will grow the organization you are intending to set up, and most importantly, it could be a very unique organization, because most of us don't really understand the space.
What actually inspired me was the fact that these employees woke up every morning at 7 a.m. On average, we had about 60 of them, and they came for these learning sessions. And because they were happening in the morning, ideally I had wanted to do a lunch and learn over lunchtime. But because it was in the morning, I called them Rise and Learn. And so I would send an email and say, Rise and Learn, come and discover, come and grow together. And there was a lot of inspiration, and people came every morning. Every Tuesday morning they were there. And I said to myself, there must be something that they're coming for.
It's a privilege to be on the board of Rise and Learn, having seen Rise and Learn grow from where it's come from. I've known the founder for many years, and to see her have a vision, put it on paper, and then build a vibrant business that's having impact in the community and in the business world. Beginning small, but doing things in the right way from the beginning.
Well, registered in 2016, started operations in 2017. We did an actual launch after 1 year in 2018. We celebrated our launch at the Radisson Blu Hotel. Joined by close friends of Rise and Learn, our mentors, our customers, and it was really a time to celebrate what we had achieved within a year of starting our business. And it was also an opportunity for us to launch our vision at the time. And the vision was really around how can we create more jobs through the work that we do. And at the same time, other than just looking at one country, we want to go global.
My interaction with Rise and Learn first came about when we were in need of strategic performance management systems, as well as talent acquisitions, where we needed the topmost talent, as well as very suitable for the roles that we had in the company. And I've been fortunate enough to interact with consultants from Rise and Learn too, since I joined Kenbright, and through them I've been able to be mentored and as well as grow as a human resource professional.
I came to learn about Rise and Learn some 5 to 6 years ago, I would say. I was actually looking for a trainer who would give something different, because having practiced in HR for so many years, I kept feeling that the trainings that were coming along my way were just things I already know or repetitive. So once a Rise and Learn email came to me, and I looked at the content and it looked different, and I thought that was exciting. So I went for that training, and since then I've been a frequent customer of Rise and Learn. I should also mention that I was coached through Rise and Learn in terms of through Ericsson International. I got some coach training, and that has helped me a lot. Even at work, I'm using it to coach my staff.
The beauty is that in 1 year into starting our business, in 2018, we became the first partner of Ericsson Coaching International in Africa, and that was a huge milestone to begin with for an organization that was just starting out, it was new, and so that was a real highlight.
I think the issue of HR outsourcing was a very niche area that Rise and Learn took, and I feel that Emil is a very strong HR resource, and I feel that support for the SME market. Kenya has very few corporates, so the SME market is where the country is growing, and you see what the government is doing on the hustle fund. So the focus is SME, and Rise and Learn is strategically placed to support that market through digital platforms, through mentorship programs, through signature events where people can come in. So it's one of the, I would say, strategic advantages that Rise and Learn has.
We now don't just operate as Rise and Learn Global, but we also have other brands that have been born out of Rise and Learn. One of those is the East Africa HR Symposium, that is now an East African household name when it comes to organizing international conferences, bringing HR professionals together from around the region, bringing international speakers. So that has been amazing, just seeing us grow that brand. And to date, we have organized 4 symposia in that space.
We have done a series of symposia, and just this year we did our 4th East Africa HR Symposium. So in 2018 we had our first symposium. We were able to bring a number of people from all walks of life, talk of the government, the non-governmental organizations, talk of the academia, CSOs, who all convened in Naivasha to have this event, and our keynote speaker by then was Dave Ulrich. So in 2019 we also had the symposium, which happened in Nairobi at Tamarind Tree Hotel, and by then we had our keynote speaker. Actually, we had 2 keynote speakers who were Manu Chandaria from Kenya, and we had Dr. Ray Lafera. But then in 2021, we came back to do the East Africa HR Symposium in Mombasa, and our keynote speaker was Bridget Hyacinth. Now this year, 2022, we were able to do the symposium in Arusha, Tanzania. So for me, I've seen just good growth, high-end and top-notch.
On a scale to 1 to 10, it's a 10, because it's an environment whereby I think the beneficiaries are not even the HR managers. The beneficiaries are the non-HR managers, what you call the commercial managers, what you call the public managers. They are the ones who really benefit.
The other thing is launching In My Steps. In 2021, we launched In My Steps, which is a program that supports the young people, or rather youth leaving college and universities, to support them at least get exposure to the workplace through internships, mentorship, and training.
One thing that really stands out for me is the In My Steps program, which is a great pool for getting interns, and as well as generally they provide mentorship and coaching for the interns. So in one sense or another, it helps the young graduates who have recently cleared schools, as well as it's an efficient way for recruiters to get qualified and suitable interns.
To date, we've actually trained over 1,000 people. We have more than 600 clients, and we have created jobs, hundreds of jobs, directly and indirectly, and I think that for me is close to my heart. I'm very excited that we now have a board of directors who provide oversight, advisory, and also strategic direction of the business. It's important to have an external view of your business, even though the vision is yours, but also just to bring in the diversity that comes with different years of experience and backgrounds and even mindsets.
So we're very proud of our new board. I'm the first chairman of the company after Emily. And I also want to mention our directors, Mr. Kanyingi, Peruzi, Rosemina, and Wangeshi, who are our new board members. I'm the new chairman coming in after Emily handed over. So we plan to be a vibrant board, support the business, and take it forward.
At Rise and Learn Global, we believe in impacting lives and multiplying the effect. As we celebrate our 6th anniversary, we would like to thank all our clients for believing in us to provide custom solutions for your HR needs. We'd also, in a special way, like to thank our suppliers for enabling us to deliver our ambition.
I would like to celebrate that Rise and Learn is now 6 years, which is a good thing, especially on the numbers. If you are a number person, most of the companies don't live to see their third birthday. So this is the 6th year of Rise and Learn. We all celebrate that.
The main reason why I love working at Rise and Learn is because we believe in quality over quantity. As we're turning 6 years old, I would like to thank all our partners, all our mentors, all our clients for believing in us.
To celebrate our 6th anniversary, I'd like to thank everyone who has walked the journey with us, and I'm looking forward to see Rise and Learn grow into greater heights.
Yeah. I can say in 6 years it's been a huge adventure for working with Rise and Learn, and it's really grown. Congratulations for being here in the past 6 years. It's been difficult, I know, but I know with time it will be global.
The future is very bright.
Happy 6th birthday.
It's a lean organization.
I think innovative management, I'd describe it like that.
Rise and Learn is different.
Inspiring.
I think impact.